Happy Thumbs Gaming. Booyakashaw.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we're checking out the Mosasaurus Arena free roam for Lego Jurassic World. Arrgh! As you can see, we have a couple of requirements, just the same old, that you complete the story and the free play for all characters and dinos needed. And on the right, you can see the collectibles that we'll go ahead and show you on the old kiosk here in a second, too. But we are in the fourth movie, so we're going to keep on keeping on with our path, and we have just completed the West Boardwalk, as you can see here. We're going to keep on down the road, gonna make our way all the way down here. That was a terrible little riff. Anyways, if I haven't lost you yet, feel free to use the quick links down below or click that mute button, whichever suits your fancy. And we're going to make our way all the way down and hop on the old information kiosk. And once we fire that up, we'll go ahead and take a look and see what's around in the area. Ooh, we can see we got a photograph. We'll go ahead and take care of that first because that's on the outside. So there's actually a little bit of setup for this one. We have to climb up above. There's a little ladder on the left-hand side of the walkway there, and once you get up there, you can see there's a giant shark hanging, and there's a shark panel in the back. We're going to go ahead and switch to Peril and blast it, and look at that. We're setting it up for a nice photographic Kodak moment. So now that the shark's in place, we'll go ahead and drop back down and switch to a photographer of our choice. Make sure you take out the innocent bystander, too. No, I'm just kidding. Be a nice guy. Don't be a meanie like me. Be a big old bully. Rawr! Look at that. That was a great moment. All right, so we got that photography, and we're going to go ahead and make our way into the arena, which you can do this. And this actually brings back some memories. This reminds me of Marvel superheroes up on the helicarrier. Remember that? All right, right off the bat, we see there are some bouncing bricks here, and they do have some bones around them, so we'll need a bone builder. And we know that Alan can take care of that, so he quickly puts them together and gets us the first gold brick of the area. The next, we're going to have to build up this little dino spawner here, which will give us the access to the Mosasaurus. And I do take a peek around. I'm like, what's in here? But really, we just need to spawn the old Mosasaurus. You can choose a custom one if you like, but we just went with the old regular. And there we go. All right, now a little disclaimer. There is some of the worst driving of a Mosasaurus probably ever reported coming up soon, but we'll get to that in a second. First, you just drop down and spin to win, and you'll get a gold brick that's hanging out in a gold circle of, studdage. Then you might notice there are these 3 brown things. Ooh, the Spared No Expense trophy achievement for 65 million. But there's 3 of these brown things. It looks like a starfish and some sort of a sea urchin maybe, and then maybe a snail or a piece of coral or something here. But all 3 of them can be found on kind of the lower area of the arena here. Go ahead and grab all those and get that gold brick. All right, so here it is. This is the moment we've all totally dreaded and feared. That moment of the series that goes completely wrong. And yes, this is a little ridiculous. Essentially, what you need to do for this gold brick is you need to get 6 of these sharks. And all you have to do is slap them around or eat them. Pretty simple, right? Well, I find the hard way that, my aim is not so good. I'm not going to blame the game. I'm sure a few of you will have some troubles with this as well, but the majority of you will probably do just fine. I'm going to blame this on user error. But basically, like I said, you just got to be patient and swim around. There are more than 6 sharks. That might be important to note, too, that if you maybe have a funny angle and you're spinning around and trying to catch the one and it's just really upsetting you, move along to another one. Maybe go a little higher or a little bit lower, and you might find that, you might sneak right up behind a perfect lined one. I actually helped my son with this on his version. Shh, don't tell anyone. But we went ahead and, man, it took me a lot longer to do his than it did to do this one. But in the end, I kind of found a method where as long as you swim right behind the shark, and you're kind of on the same level, it's a lot easier than trying to spin around and try to go up and down. Really just find one that's the same height as you and try to get it. That's my best advice. Otherwise, click the quick link and save yourself. Get out of here as quick as possible. That should be 5, and I think this is 6 right here. And we're almost there, I promise. This dreaded moment is almost over. And booyakashow. Whoo! All right, now that my cheeks are all flush and I'm about as embarrassed as we can get, you might have noticed that there's some amber bricks along the bottom of the area in here. So we're going to go ahead and use our I'm a monster, rawr. I think in his case he says, I'm a Mosasaurus, rawr. Most of these are on kind of the bottom lower ground area. There is one that's kind of high up, as you can see. It's on the top of the rock there. But there are 3 of these total, and once you roar all 3 of them, you will be rewarded with a red brick. And to be completely honest with you, I don't remember which brick this is. It's not one of that importance, I don't think, at this point. To be honest with you, I don't even think I turned any more red bricks on after we went and did the last purchase. But that red brick is now ours because we got all 3 of them, and woo to the hoo! All right, now I'm trying to do a dance here with the red brick. You can see I was trying to spin around, but it just wasn't working. All right, so next, we actually pop up out of the water for a hot second and realize we actually need to go right back in, so we do that now. And we just need to take care of a race that's left here. And this race is a little frustrating, too. I had to help my son with this one as well. The Mosasaurus is a little big. It's hard to control. And the race is kind of hard to find. I mean, there's no mini compass down in the bottom left-hand corner, so you can't really work your way to it. You just have to spin around. It happens to be right below kind of the observatory. So I don't know if that helps you at all, but once you slide on through it, it actually cues it right up. You don't have to press the button like you normally have to for the other ones. So it's kind of like a flying, like the Pteranodon ones. But essentially, you just have to make it all the way around. I find that swimming up and down is kind of a pain unless you have to. It could certainly offset you for the next one or might slow you down. Some of these turns are a little sketchy, but you know what? In the end, it might take you a time or two, but it shouldn't take you any more than that. It's a pretty simple race, and once you know exactly where you're going, checkered flag, and oh, look at that. Slap it to you, slap it to you, slap it to you. Ooh, look at this. I finally found a dance move I can work with. Watch out now. All right, let's check out that Mosasaurus Arena Kiosk, and look at that, all collectibles and the final screen, which means that's gonna wrap up Lego Jurassic World Mosasaurus Arena Free Roam. And we kind of plowed through that other than that shark incident. We won't really talk about that. Ironically, right now at the recording of this, it's actually Shark Week too, which I don't know why, but that makes it more embarrassing. Anyways, hopefully you guys found this video entertaining and maybe a little bit helpful. If you have any questions, comments, or whatever, maybe you want to know what I was just trying to say there before I screwed that up, head on over to Facebook, Twitter, comment, vote, subscribe down below. HappyThumbsGaming.com can be found on the web as well. In fact, we suggest you check it out. We have a nice trophy achievement guide with lots of information about stuff in and out of the videos, including some glitch information stuff too. So anyways, Doug worked hard on that. You might give it a little peek. As for me, that's going to do it. Until next time.